kicking, y'all? We're back with another episode of Pickin 6. I am your host, as always, Tyler, aka T Ho. I'm joined, as always, by my buddy Connor, aka the Locksmith, aka Pickin Connor. Connor, how are you feeling? Happy New Year! We're
Happy
here,
New
first
Year.
episode of 2022.
I'm good. It's the weekend for me, so I can't be happier. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. I can't complain. Um, uh, Went to Miami, watched the college football semifinal with Georgia, obviously, and Michigan, and it's a great result. I'm very happy with that. We were deep in the Michigan side, and I was just having a blast watching them all get very upset.
It looked like a
So,
predominantly Michigan crowd. At least
go ahead.
it looked no, just from like watching the game on TV and like seeing your stories, like it looked like there was a lot of maize and blue. Like I didn't like obviously saw some red, but like the yellow really stuck out. At least
Yeah, yeah, I would say that it was definitely more Michigan because it's been a lot. This is Michigan's first ever like playoff appearance. Like, like this might sound bad, but I think a lot of Georgia fans were kind of booking it for the Natty. Like if they were gonna go see a game, they would. But like, cause like we like, I'd rather see a game that like I was very confident we were gonna win. Listen, I may have picked it in our bowl pick'em, but let's be real. Obviously, I try to reverse jinx Georgia to win every game, pretty much. That's kind of the game here. Speaking of the bowl pick'em, great segue. Good job, go me. Um, the final results are in, and I believe that I went 18-18, so dead even. And Connor just went one game behind 17-19. And if we're being honest, with the craziness and all the players sitting out, and no knock, whatever, like it's tough to pick those kind of games, man. So like I'm happy with it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I hope that everybody out there enjoyed it.
It made things interesting for sure. I'm just mad at myself from having that hot start the first week of bowl season. Like, what was that? Like 8-4, 8-3, or
You
something.
went like 7-2 off the rip.
Yeah. So like going from that to like being one under 500, like kind of mad I lost that. If we're being
It's
honest.
okay. As we got deeper into the bowl games, it's just like hard. Like I can't say I've watched a single down of Air Force football or Central Michigan football or anything like that, and that's okay. That's what makes it fun. That's the same thing with March Madness. You've never seen half those teams play a second of basketball, but you're still going to try to pick them like you do.
Like you're not going to know every single one of the 64 teams, especially when you're filling out and betting on bracket picks. Like it is what it is, but I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll save our national championship talk for after the NFL picks because we want to talk about it a little bit. But let's kick it off with NFL first of all. If anybody cares, Connor. I am in my fantasy championship against our buddy AG from Men of Order. So I won the first week because last week I had the biggest waiver pickup ever. Picked up Joe Burrow, aka Joe Shiesty. It was the best decision I ever made. And then who did I pick up off waivers to get that ball? Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, Joe Burrow was easily the biggest waiver pickup of my career in fantasy football. So we're balling. Bengals are balling. But let's hop right in. I believe the first game we were going to try to talk about is the Rams and the 49ers. That's technology is fantastic. The Rams are -4.5 against the Niners. That game is in LA. Well, I mean, it's in California, so it's like a home game for both. The over/under is 44.5. And yeah, what are your thoughts on this one going into a NFC matchup? The experts are, as I'm looking here, the experts are heavily favoring San Francisco. I think they're calling because did the Rams clinch?
Yeah, they clinched the playoffs, but like they have a playoff berth, but the division title's still up for grabs this week.
Okay.
I believe they're tied with Arizona.
Okay.
Record wise, I'm not sure who has the tiebreaker. Or wait, no, didn't they win one?
I thought Arizona beat them both times.
Oh, so
No,
then
wait. Don't quote me.
I'm checking. No, the Rams beat the Cards 4 weeks ago now. Jesus.
So it's 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. So like they could potentially like they need like the Rams need a win here if they want to have better shot at home field advantage because it would be between them and the Packers in the NFC.
Yeah, dude. I wonder what a playoff game in LA was like. A playoff football game in LA is like. That's interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like the ESPN Football Power Index, they have 64.4% chance that the Rams will win this game. You mentioned that the experts, who are those experts? I'm not sure. They like the 49ers.
Oh, no, it's the Action Network. No free ads.
Yeah.
Uh,
They played.
Brandon Anderson, Chris Raybon, BJ Cunningham. Who knows?
I don't know who the fuck they are, but who might have said will judge. I mean, the Niners won the first matchup by 21 points. That was in San Francisco. I'm gonna give this one to the Rams. I don't know. You don't know who's gonna be under center for the Niners, and
Is Garoppolo hurt again?
yeah. So Trey Lance, you don't know what you're gonna get. Like, how is he gonna deal with the pass rush and Aaron Donald? But the big thing.
He's too young.
Yeah, but like the thing I'm most interested to see as we get closer to Sunday is like if they sit anybody on the Rams team.
That's
But
what I'm thinking. That's what some of these lines make me nervous because some of these teams that have clinched playoffs might sit some people. So
yeah,
maybe
like
that's
the Packers are definitely going to sit their guys. Like Aaron Rodgers might just say, "Fuck you, I'm playing," but like some skill position players probably going to be sitting.
yeah. Which I don't blame them. You got to keep your guys healthy for the playoffs,
No,
unfortunately.
especially since it's an extra week of football. Like, it
Exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna flip to the Niners. The Niners plus the 4.5. I think that's like for giving an official pick, no matter what happens between now and then. I think that's a safer play.
I think that's why the experts are picking the Niners.
Yeah,
Expecting the Rams to like sit a lot of their star players.
or if they do play him, it'll be like play like the starters, like Stafford Cup for like a quarter or two, and then sit the second half because like the game like really doesn't matter. It's like they're in the playoffs anyway.
Yeah. If anything, those games are great reps for like your second team. You know what I mean?
In case there's an injury come playoff time.
Yeah. If anything, but yeah, that's why I think that like I wanted to pick the Rams to realize this is around that time where the teams that are got themselves a spot in the playoffs are gonna sit their productive players. I mean, we could see some interesting things, but I don't know if the Niners are gonna play their full 11, their full starting on both sides of the ball. I would tend to lean that way with Nick Bosa and the gang. Can't count them out. If this was if this was like everybody was playing, I would go Rams -4.5, hammer that, and maybe that's why this line is a little tighter. Maybe Vegas is trying to bait everybody to pick the Niners. I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, like,
but
you never know with either of these teams.
Yeah, I'll ride with the Niners. Only just because, like, say, like if Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and them aren't playing, then the Niners have a really good, obviously a very good chance of winning that game. So give me the Niners plus the points just to be safe. Are you like anything else in that game? Or you ride with it?
Yeah, I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, we'll lock that in for a unanimous picking winners decision. Gotta love it. Next game we got here, the Pats and the Dolphins. Honestly a sneaky rivalry. Like if you historically, for some reason in that division, I don't know. Like it's just like Bill Belichick in Miami is always an interesting matchup. But the New England's currently -6.5. The over under set at 40. Has New England clinched themselves a spot in the playoffs yet?
No, and the division's up for grabs right now.
Oh yeah,
because
Bill Belichick. Yeah,
they're
sorry, go ahead.
They're 10-6, I believe. So is Buffalo, right?
That sounds right? Which is surprising because Buffalo's had a very underwhelming season this year.
Well, I think
They haven't got a lot of national media attention, at least from what I've seen.
no. Well, yeah, they're 10-6 also. So
Yeah.
this could determine who wins. This week will obviously determine who wins the division. But so these games actually matter for the Pats and the Dolphins potentially. I don't know. They're probably. I think they're outside of the playoff picture, but like they're a young team, so like they're still gonna give their guys a lot of reps, like
Absolutely.
for the future, and
Yeah, you
also
gotta play
they
your guys.
want them
That
to
is
big bad
fascinating.
Pats. But like to your point about the Bills, I think everybody and their mom was riding the Bills hard coming off
I
the
was.
last season.
I know I was.
Yeah, everybody was. Um, and then they got beat week one to the Steelers and Big Ben, who everybody knew was going to retire. If not this season, then definitely after next, or maybe the beginning of next season. So like, I think that dampened expectations, and then they lost to like the Jaguars in the middle of the season, and like
Yeah.
they've had some good wins, but some really funky losses. Like they didn't and then in the snow game or the windy game against the Pats, where the
Yeah.
Pats threw the ball two or three times the entire game, whatever it was. So I don't know. Definitely interesting. But then again, like they both Josh Allen, young quarterback, but he has more playoff experience than um Mac Jones. So I think both of these teams will probably get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
I don't What do you think about Miami and New England? I think New England just like they're gonna pour it on. They have dunked on teams this year. They've had a bunch of 40-point wins.
yeah, the only thing is Miami does have a really good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Not as good as the Pats. I think I think the New England will cover at 6.5, but I think it could like depending on how well Tua plays, could be a little tough. Or like be a last second field goal, something like that. But I think they'll get the job done. It's just interesting because Miami's at home. If Mac were on, he'd probably say take Miami plus the points because I remember him saying something like they're really good at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like New England, and realistically, this should be a playoff week right now by how a typical calendar year would go in the NFL. So this mean that would you bet against Bill Belichick in the playoffs?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not even a little
So
bit.
I'm riding with him.
Yeah. With under a touchdown, so like just that 6.5, I'll take it. Book that New England and the points. Nice game. Dude, we love this NFC division, man. Seattle and the Cards. Cards are minus 6.5. Over under is 48.
Well, I mean, I told you I wanted to talk about this game because we're best games to focus on are with teams that have like shit on the line.
Absolutely.
Like it's between the Rams and the Cardinals for who wins their division. The Pats could potentially win their division if they have win and the Bills lose, but unlikely the Bills lose to the Jets. But you never know. I don't know. It's gonna be. I think this could be a. I don't know. It could be a really high scoring game. Arizona. Oh, Arizona's one game up. Wait, no, they're one game behind the Rams. I think. Yeah, one game behind the Rams. So like Arizona has more to play for than the Rams. So I think the the 49ers pick was smart on both our parts. But so the spread was what for this game? 6.5 for Arizona.
Because I mean, because Arizona's going to show up and ball. It's very interesting. Because they have to. Well, who gets the tiebreaker between the Rams and the Cards?
I don't know, but
What does it go to in the NFL? Is it points against? Is it like points for and against, or is it like win? I don't know.
to be honest, I don't know.
Okay,
Probably should know, but
that's okay. Yeah. How are you feeling about this?
I don't know. Like deep down, I kind of want to take Seattle plus the points.
Dude, it's funny you say that. And Seattle, like they like to backdoor cover. You know what I mean? It's Russell Wilson. Russell
Backdoor
Wilson.
cover, but
Yeah.
Arizona's like skilled players, like all the weapons are banged up. Like what's his face? James Conner hurt his shoulder. Hopkins is done. Christian Kirk hasn't looked great. Edmonds has been looking good with
Dude, certified baller.
yeah, he's been playing well. Zach Ertz started off on fire once he got traded there, but he's kind of been somewhat
I I just don't think that he enjoys being there, man. I think he's like a Philly. I mean, that's like an emotional statement. Like, please, like, don't that's. But you know what I mean? Like, he is an Eagle, bro. Like, he won a Super Bowl, the Phillies first Super Bowl. I don't know. It just seems like he's meant to still be in the green and white.
yeah, it's definitely weird seeing him in red and white for sure. Um, yeah, I think Seattle could cover that 6.5. It's a lot to cover, but you never know. Like you never know what Seattle's gonna do. Um,
Is Russell Wilson's healthy still, right?
yeah,
They don't have they don't have Chris Carson or right?
no,
We'll lock it.
they don't have Lockett.
Oh wait, I lied. Bobby Wagner's out though.
Doubtful. Yeah, so he probably won't play.
I mean, see, it's like when we get into the nitty gritty late in the season, it's just like it's more like me and Connor having to really think it out on air. This is what we do for everybody. We like to think it out together and give everybody our rationale. So that's why we're like, it's just not great you know, for the quick hitters, but we like to talk it out and give our, really think about it, you know?
Yeah, I'll just stick with Seattle plus the points.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, they're 6-10.
Could dude,
Russell
it
Wilson
could
likes
be
to play
his
hard.
last game in Seattle, like in a Seattle uniform. You never know.
That's an interesting topic. If Russell Wilson tomorrow were to end up on another team, where would you like to see him?
Giants. You asked where I'd like to see him. And that's where I'd like to see
I
him.
forgot. So I don't have yeah, I support the Eagles and I support the Colts, but I don't have like a favorite team in the NFL. So like I didn't even think about that.
I mean, like it's not fun being a Giants fan. It hasn't been since the Super Bowl the last Super Bowl win. And like he's not like realistically, I know it's not gonna happen, but like that's where I'd like to see him play.
Yeah.
Uh
How long do you think Joe Judge has as the Giants coach?
like I don't mind him. I like the GM's bad. Like
Yeah.
he needs to go. Like it's the whole Daniel Jones thing. Like he's not the cornerstone guy. And I was furious. Like yeah, all right, you won Jones. They could have had him with the second pick in the first round. Could have had Ed Oliver with the sixth pick, and then Daniel Jones, and that would have at least been productive. But it's like now that he's like Daniel Jones kind of sucks for the most part and is injured, and we don't have Ed Oliver. That's or like whoever, but like that, it's painful.
Who were the other quarterbacks in that draft?
The one who went immediately, or not immediately after, but the next quarterback off the board, I think was Drew. Was that Drew Lock or was he the year before?
I don't know, because I feel like Daniel Jones's draft class for quarterbacks wasn't that strong.
No, he Haskins was went to the football team at like 14 or 15. So like I think it was like
Jones wasn't the first overall pick, was he?
no,
No, you.
he was six. But like taking it like that much of a bust at number six is bad. Like at least I don't know.
I'm looking right now. I'm actually very curious. Kyler Murray was in that draft class.
Yeah,
Oh, he went number one. He went number one.
yeah. Kyler
Yeah,
went one.
yeah. So Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, and Dwayne Haskins. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't that strong of a oh, and Gardner Minshew. So it wasn't that strong of a draft class. I was just curious. Yeah, dude, Russell. Here's the thing with a wide receiver like Kenny Galladay, you pay that money for him and he has 0 touchdowns.
Dude, he's been hurt most of the year.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
He's been hurt, and like Daniel Jones also, like, even if guys open, he just MLs it like 5 feet over their heads. Like with the 20, like not even a deep ball, like 20 yards downfield. He'll ML.
Yeah, he throws it so far over the head.
Like, I
Yeah,
think I've like cumulatively watched 3/4 of Giants football this season. Like I watched the first game and I'm like, this is rough. And then I was with somebody who wanted to watch Giants game, but like it was just painful. Like team was injured, like no Saquon, then no Saquon. Like they just suck. Like the defense should have been good, really good this year, especially after last season and improving the defense. But the defense wasn't good either. So I don't know. It's not from being a New York football fan unless you're from Buffalo.
yeah, dude. I don't know. It's just always a fun episode where I get to bring up how bad the Giants are. I don't know. It's fun. um, yeah. One other game I was looking at, which is very intriguing to me, is Dallas is -4.5 against the Eagles, and part of that being that Micah Parsons is on the COVID list, and it seems like the Cowboys might have a outbreak potentially. I don't know. Seems like more and more guys getting added to that. So like,
I
to keep
mean,
the
yeah,
Cowboys against the Eagles, I think Eagles maybe could sneak one out. I don't know. I've been the teams I've been hot on are the Rams, the Cowboys, and the Bengals. I think everybody has realized that this year.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Maybe the Eagles could sneak one. That was just a thought that popped out of my head.
Yeah, it might be worth like a sprinkle on the Eagles money line. Not really. Plus 190, like not even really.
I was just gonna take them in the points.
Yeah, but like maybe worth a sprinkle, but like I mean, I think the line opened like a couple days ago before like Parsons and like others were ruled out for the Cowboys. Like I think it was like around 8 or something. Like it was a large spread. Um, I mean, even if like they
Uh,
only played, like the main guys like half the game, I still think they win. Like five still should be they should be able to cover 5 points against the Eagles.
it's just a thought. I wasn't like heavy on. I was just curious. The yeah, I'll tell you what though. Parsons was in. Micah was in Kyler Murray's face all game in that Cardinals game. It's just so insane to watch him play. You know,
Yeah, he's filthy.
representing the 717. What was really interesting is that so Micah, Micah and Chase Edmonds are both from my town, and so watching Micah have to chase around Edmonds was really funny. Um, anyway, so are you ready to talk about the game, the national championship?
Yeah, absolutely.
One of, if not yeah, the NFL is great. I'm a college football guy through and through and through, and I just, this game, people talk, like, would you agree that like this playoff proves the difference between the SEC and the rest? Like people say, oh, SEC dick riders, SEC whatever, but when you see, yes, like so, like the SEC underperforms in bowl games a lot, as we saw. I think the SEC won like 2 of like the 6 bowl games they were in. Um, however,
Yeah, but you also had like Missouri racking up losses. Missouri sucked ass.
like teams like Alabama and Georgia prove the difference. Because Michigan was, I thought Michigan was going to give us a run, and then we have our guys throwing their guys on the. There's a, I don't know if you saw the video. Well, I was there, but the video of George Pickens, who's the number 1 receiver for Georgia. Like Michigan was sideline was like yelling, and he shushed him. Right, the ball was snapped. He went out and just blew up the guy across from him. It was like a run play, just ran the guy over and then shushed him again. I'll tell you what though. I don't know if you watched the game, but if you, everybody needs to pay attention to Brock Bauer, excuse me. He's Georgia's tight end. Absolute dog. It's very interesting because he's like he's undersized ish for a true tight end. He's like 6'3", but the man runs like a 4'5". Like he's with the silkiest mitts out there in the game. What are your opening thoughts about the Natty and the what I mean and the college football playoff in general? You know, Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati, and Bama.
I think the Alabama game went as we all expected. You touched on. You thought that Michigan was going to give you guys more of a run. Um, I think really the most crucial part of this matchup. How does your boy Stetson play?
Dude, did you watch the game?
Yeah,
It was watching him in that game was literally night and day from the SEC championship. He was throwing dimes out there, and like all the haters that like were saying, "Oh, he can't throw. Oh, he's got a weak arm." He was lacing it.
yeah,
Like he was hitting the deep ball, which normally he can't. Like he's more of like a mobile bootleg type quarterback, but he dropped back and like, oh, it was a thing of beauty. And like the thing with him is like he was never a top quarterback recruit. He's a walk on.
yeah.
He's a walk on. He went to Georgia, didn't whatever happened, and then he went to a JUCO for a year, and then came back. So he's like been in college for like 8 years or whatever. Not actually. It feels like it. But yeah, so like he's had a lot of time to develop as a player. He didn't, have the immediate impact that someone would expect from not a Georgia, SEC quarterback. But he looked very good. Jermaine Burton looked very good. Our defense looked very good. What makes me nervous is that Alabama knows how to beat our defense by Jordan Davis. They're freaks of nature, yet they are big guys. And Alabama's probably going to try to play fast and get them tired again. That's the only thing that makes me nervous.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the Georgia Michigan game with my girlfriend's younger brother who goes to Georgia.
You have a girlfriend?
Huh?
Sick brag. You have a girlfriend? Sick
Yeah.
brag.
Point is, he cannot stand Stetson Bennett at all. Like I don't know, he just hates the guy. Like doesn't think he's a good really good quarterback. Whatever. Like, every time he would throw a pass, he would like groan and then be like, ugh. Like one of those where you're like, oh, why'd you do that? And like completes a pass and he's like, oh, good. But I don't know. I think it could be interesting. I'm interested to see if his cage gets rattled again, but also from how good he played and being able to throw the ball downfield, like the Alabama secondary isn't that great. So things could be pretty open in this game.
You just have to see it. That's the thing. Like I
Yeah,
don't think he was seeing the open guys if they were there. He had more time in the pocket against Michigan too. He had more time to think. That's the thing. Alabama's front, like for as long as I can remember, Alabama's D line is some of the scariest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And like he needs time to think. As if Alabama can get to him quickly, it's going to be rough.
yeah, kind of.
That's the only thing I have to say. Like if he has a chance to think and really get into a rhythm, then he'll be just fine. But Alabama was able to disrupt that rhythm the first time, so it's going to be scary the second time.
Yeah, I really don't know. It's essentially a pick 'em for me. This
Yeah,
game,
honestly, like what makes me also nervous is that I think Vegas is trying to mush Georgia by making them the favorite again.
potentially. Um, I don't know. I kind of.
I don't think we should be a favorite in this game.
I'm taking the over.
Oh, the over's a lock. Alabama, Georgia's always high scoring. It's never not.
Yeah, over 52. That'll be my play for this game.
That's money. Yeah, I'm taking the over easy. The over, yeah, over's a lock. You heard it here first. The over is a lock. Yeah, people have been betting Georgia unders all season, which is fine because Georgia beats up on the not so good teams and then takes puts the other guys in. But even if, regardless of who wins, it's going to be a high scoring game. I don't know if I'm ready to get my heart broken. Like it's scary, dude. Because just like we were 2 plays away from beating them in a national championship, and we've been 1 play away from beating them before. It's just I wonder what it's going to come down to. All I know is that I just hope it's a good game.
Yeah, it definitely will be a good game,
Yeah.
hands
So
down.
so yeah, give us the unanimous pick and winners decision on the over in the UGA Bama game, and I just hope that everybody has fun. That's what I'm rooting for is fun, and I am going to take the happiness hedge on Alabama.
And also, New York's legalizing gambling as of Saturday.
What?
Yeah, they announced it earlier today. Like it's all the gambling apps and companies are legal.
That's like kind of shocking, actually.
Yeah, initially they were saying right before the Super Bowl, but it makes sense right before the national championship game.
Yeah, that's probably like the second highest betted on thing, other than like March Madness or something.
No, it was like the Super Bowl, and then I think it was the national championship game last year.
Yeah, 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 dude. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, you got anything more for the folks? How's basketball turning out?
Um, I mean, it's still some of the same. Like, there's so many teams either like not playing because of COVID, or they're like skeletons of teams. So, like, honestly, I haven't been betting much college or NBA basketball,
Yeah,
other than like NBA player props. That's about it.
that's smart. I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll get a 10-day contract.
Meh.
Who knows?
I mean,
But
I wish they would for us fantasy basketball owners. We need to be able to use those hardship contracts to like boost our rosters. That's what I really want right now. But it is what it is, I guess.
it is what it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, well, excuse me. With all that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel of Pickin' Winners. Make sure to check out Tom and I think they're coming back soon. The boys are coming back. Tom and
Yeah,
Keith
UFC card next weekend.
next weekend. So there you go. 2022 is the start of the new. We're in the hunt for the could be the year of Tiger Woods. So keep out for Joey golf balls. Um, on the blogs for the golf. I'm very excited. The Masters is going to be right around the corner. Can't wait. Hope try to get some content out for that. Um, but yeah, make sure to check out our blogs, obviously over at themenoforder.com. Big guys, Chad, AG, and all of them. Shout out to them. Um, and yeah, with all that being said, I hope everybody has a happy, healthy, and responsible weekend of gambling. We out.